Hey you guys, how's it going? It's X666X Iron Maiden. Today we're back with more Nightwish. This is Walking in the Air live. Alright, so Walking in the Air. This is what? This one will be our first time reacting to this, right? If I remember correctly, we did this one. Yeah, it was a ways back. I knew it wasn't lately. I had to look it up to remember just how far back it was. This is going back like 6 months ago. I wasn't even living at this location at the time. Last time we checked out this song. Today we're checking it out live. And at the moment, it says it's live in Bakaun. Hopefully that's correct, or you can figure out where that is if I mispronounce it. And I don't even know which singer it is here. I think it's either Annette or Daria. It's got to be just by what the time this was posted, I'm assuming. But let's jump in and see. I don't remember what album it's on. Is mostly why I don't know who it is. I can't remember if this is an old song or not. All right, Daria. We want more. So this was like what, an encore? I guess. I remember the track now that it started. I just had to hear it. Sounds really good live, man. Just as good as the album, pretty much. I like the stage setup here. It feels like feels more like set up like in a small club or something like that, you know, like a nice intimate setup. As usual, they enjoy using fire. course, we didn't have Marco at this point. It's like the first good shot I've seen of bassist since we got into the video. So he's hiding in the back. You can kind of tell this is still early in their career by at the start. She had little tiny things that you could just slightly pick up where she was still fine-tuning her voice. Because later it became more seamless, you know, her change-ups and stuff. At the start, sometimes there were some little rough patches, but almost barely not noticeable at this point. There's just a couple little things. Nice, man. Alright. It's an amazing performance, that song. I think I liked it more than the album version, truthfully. Even with minor things when she was when she changed it up at the end and was doing, you know, like her own you know, live change up that a lot of bands like to do. There was like it felt a little rough, just slightly. Not enough to ruin it even close. Just like you can notice, I could notice it. Maybe not even everyone would notice it. Maybe it's just I notice those things. I really listen for everything when I'm doing this. I'm not the kind of person that just listens to it as a whole. I break apart all the elements, and I always feel like it's with her in the earlier, like, I always find that she's the one that I always seem to pick on the most. But you have to remember, just to clear this up, because I'm sure someone's going to notice and call me out that I'm picking on her, is she learned a lot of her skills through Nightwish. A lot, you know, like Annette was already singing for a while when she came in. Floor had already sung in 2 other groups before she came in, so like those two had already fine-tuned their craft. You know what I mean? And then with Tadia, she fine-tuned her craft with Nightwish, you know what I mean? So in the early years, I expect to hear, you know, little things that can be worked on, especially this far back where they don't even have Marco yet, you know, in the first couple albums. I'm expecting that. So I don't want it to ever sound like I'm picking on her specifically out of the 3 singers, because that's not my intention. Because I'm realizing that, like, it seems like every time I have something to say about singing, it usually ends up being her. But I think that's more why that happens, and it's always in the earlier performances, per se. Most of the time, it's always the early performances, and I figure that is probably why. But all in all, they just did an amazing job live with this one. I just love the feel of that song live. It just feels really sweet. It works for a live show really well, just by the way it was composed, from Tomas doing it the way he did. Even though I did really enjoy it as an album track too, you know, like it's just a really good song. I really enjoyed that. But yeah, this is what? There's only 2 more Nightwish tracks to go after this one before we start Amon Amarth as the daily band. So 2 more coming your way. And then obviously we're waiting on the new album to get more, or some crazy live performance to come out. That we could check out, even if songs that we've already seen before, just to see like the most current, you know, like live performances would even be cool. Because do they have a live DVD? You guys remind me, is there a live DVD coming too that's still being put together from this last tour, the Decade tour, right? I think someone told me there was, and I would love to check out some of the songs that maybe I haven't seen live from older tracks that they redid with Floor that you can't really find anywhere. I heard there was a few. I don't really like seeing phone quality stuff, so it kind of ruins the experience a little bit, I find. So yeah, if you guys could definitely point me in the right direction when that those live albums come out. I'm pretty sure there's one anyway, a live DVD. That would be great. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to see more from me. And as always, you guys have a good one. I'll catch you later.